So for this video, I wanted to show you how I do my makeup because I finally have my first makeup bag. And I'm like, I'm so feminine now. There we go. I like the fact that it has palm trees because it reminds me of Puerto Rico a little bit. Okay, let's open it up. It has these little gold zippers. And I'm keeping this part in just because it keeps the shape of the thing as far as I know. And I'm like, I don't want it to lose its shape or break it because I have a tendency to break things. So I want to make sure I'm treating it delicately and with utmost care. So I tend to not use too much makeup. I like to keep things simple. The few times that I've worn foundation, it feels like my face is melting off. So I'm oftentimes highly impressed with girls who can wear it, but it also gives me pain because I'm like, is your face not melting off? Like, do you not feel it oozing down? Like, but at the same time, if they're makeup artists, it's like they suffer for their art. They put the pain in painting. They put the art in art. So I'm gonna just, ooh, and some Vaseline. Hold up, I'm gonna be gone for like 10 seconds. Okay, I got some Vaseline. So with this, I kind of use this as a highlighter. It's really cheap, obviously it's Vaseline, it's like 99 cents. So what I do is, I just grab this, and I just grab a little Vaseline, and I put it on my tippy nose so that way it gives it a little bit more of a shine. You see? And since it's Vaseline, it also smooths out the skin as well. So you're not clogging any of your pores unless you have like oily skin. Then it might clog your pores just because Vaseline is a little bit on the heavy side. And then I just highlight here just to give it a little bit of a shine. I think Cat Plant was the one who showed me this trick. Yeah, I think she was, or it might have been a YouTuber who showed me it. I can't remember. Either that or, oh, no, wait. Cat Plant just put on the touches of makeup in these places, and I really like her makeup style, and I just learned how to do it with Vaseline. So that way, and then just a little bit of tip right here. Okay. So that way it kind of like gives you a little bit of a shine in the areas that you have. To some it might seem oily, but for me, I really like that oily dewdrop look. It seems like very, I don't know, it just seems very like highly hydrated and nourished. Speaking of hydration, I'm gonna leave for 2 seconds. I thought there was a ghost on my bed, but no, I was just getting my 64 ounce of water. Don't forget to hydrate. I got this one because I wanted to make sure that I got 64 ounces of water. I weigh 100 pounds, like on the dot. Well, technically I weigh 103, but 100 I just round up because it's easier. And you're supposed to drink half your body weight in water in ounces. So like, for example, if you weigh 115 pounds, you would have to drink 55 ounces, 57 ounces of water a day in order to keep up your hydration. And if you exercise, even more so. We're all very much dehydrated. And water is the fountain of beauty and youth. So I'm gonna put that to the side. Now for the makeup. I usually use like something to tint my lips, whether it be a lipstick. Like I have this NYX matte, soft matte lip cream. This one isn't vegan, but I got this a while ago. Obviously, I highly suggest getting vegan products. We want to make sure that we're not contributing to a company that isn't caring for the well-being of animals, because there's just ways. And not only that, but this is my logic. Even for those that are just kind of like, well, you know, it's a fact of life. This is my logic. If they are testing their products on animals and the animals are being hurt that way, they're just trying to reduce the pain down where we won't really feel or notice the pain, but the chemicals are still there. Like, the effects of whatever product you're using is still chock full with something that's going to harm you. It's just they've softened it down. So it's both in your favor and of course in the animal's favor to use something that's a little more natural, something that has products and elements of it that were designed for people to use and designed for any living creature to use, something that gives you a symbiotic relationship where it's benefiting you, like coconut oil. You don't need to pay like $20 for something to hydrate your skin. You can use coconut oil. So I got this lip balm by Burt's Bees. This one is vegan though, and I really like this one. It's called Watermelon Rush. I think these deeper tones of red kind of complement my face a little better. So I'm just gonna apply it onto my bottom lip, and then keep. This cost me like $2, so I just get a little bit of a tint because I just want to like make my lips rosy but shiny. But if I wanted to go for a more matte look where I start doing like my lips a little bigger than they actually are and I kind of like highlight the top of it, then I use the matte lipstick, which is like a lip cream. And if I decide that I want to use more lipstick, then I have a brown lipstick, which I think brings out my Hispanic heritage a little better. Like I obviously kind of look Hispanic, like no, I do look Hispanic, but the brown lipstick kind of reminds me of like the 90s Hispanic style that like my mom used to wear, where she would just be like, and I was like, glamorous. And then I also have this one that I've had since I was like in middle school. So Wet n Wild has always been a product that I've used. I got this one from a costume that I bought, from the Sally costume. I don't know if oh no, I did do Sally. And then I have a black lipstick somewhere. So yeah, I use all of those. I try not to use powders just because powders clog my pores and it feels really dry. But if I was going to create a look like this with lipstick, I would just put Vaseline on as I did and then just put that on. But I think I'm pretty much done. However, I do want to like prince up my eyelashes a little bit. But I'm trying to find my, how do you say it in English? Desprendedor. Eyelash curler. Eyelash curler. So, instead, because I can't find it, I'm just going to pinch my eyelashes themselves with some Vaseline in between to kind of help smooth out and strengthen the lashes themselves. I've been watching a lot of like makeup videos since I was a kid. But I've never really enjoyed the ones like the Jeffree Star, the James Charles, because, well, number one, they just look straight up hideous. And number two, I could just tell that they're just trying to sell 20 products for a look. Like, you could do that look with 3 products. It's just them trying to market it to their younger, insecure viewers and trying to get them to pay more for things. Being a Virgo, since I was a kid, I've always noticed when people just wanted me to spend money. Even as an 8-year-old, I was like, excuse me, is this just a con for my money? And that's why I don't like spending money. And I don't blame anyone who doesn't want to spend money. Always hesitate before you buy anything that an influencer or a content creator or someone online is trying to sell you, because although you might like them, and I include myself in this, although you might like them, ultimately speaking, they're just trying to make money to pay their rent or pay their school or pay for whatever. And that's assuming that they're honorable and genuine. But money's money. So always be careful with how you spend your money, because your money is your money. There we go. I don't think these lashes came out as well as these lashes did. I'm gonna have to try to curl them a little better. Okay. My bowels wanted to, or not my bowels, my lungs wanted to birth out a burp, but but I swallowed it. I squashed it back in. I said, not today. Okay, so now that we have that going on, I'm gonna put a little bit of eyeliner on. I like putting just like a little touch, a tochecito, un chin chin of eyeliner on, so that way it just kind of gives you the longer lash effect, but it also gives the skin above your eyes breathing room, because you know your skin around your eyes is very delicate. It's a very delicate area, especially underneath, so you always have to try to be gentle with it. You know, treat each part of your body, each part of your face as a living, breathing organism, much like a plant. You know, a plant needs water, needs care, needs attention, and needs a delicate touch. You wouldn't just rip up a plant and expect it to be okay. Likewise, you wouldn't expect to rub your eyes or put powder on your eyes or dab your eyes or, you know, do any of this stuff to your eyes unless it's something that, of course, you want to do for artistic purposes or for your identity or for things like that. Of course, but if you're doing it more so for, you know, just because you feel like you would look weird without it, you know, treat your face like a plant. You know, it needs water, it needs moisture, it needs to be taken care of, it needs sunlight, it needs, you know, these are the underrated products that our skin needs, is vitamin D and hydration. So I'm gonna just put a little bit of there we go. So you see, it makes your eyelashes look a little longer, but it doesn't take too much, so you don't use too much eyeliner. I like using the pencil one just because I'm more used to it. And then we just do a little... My eyes are uneven. I got that wonky eye and that normal eye, which I mean, a lot of people do. So if you notice that, which side is it? Okay, it's this side. I think this is the eye where it kind of looks downturned and it looks a little like this, like, yeah, this is the eye. Whenever I smile in photos, this eye goes a little closed more than this eye. And this eye is always wider. Like this side has more of a sharp turn while this side is a little softer. But that's my own interpretation of it. Everyone else has their own interpretation of it as well, you see? This is how I view my own face, and people are gonna be like, oh no, you're so pretty. And it's like, psh, thank you, but I know I am pretty. I am just highlighting my perception and sharing it. So that way, you also recognize the perception that you have of your own face and recognize that we're all gonna have similar perceptions of our faces, but they're all beautiful the same way that I think that you might think that I'm beautiful. I think that you're beautiful, and I think the next person is beautiful, and I think the next person is beautiful. And this also applies to men as well. Although I don't know how many men are going to be watching a makeup video, but, you know, it applies to both. So, got it. So I'm going to be putting this back in my makeup bag. And... yeah, so this is my finished look. As for my hair, I only use this like leave-in conditioner. This I think it's Herbal Essences. I've had that one for like 5 or 7 years too, and basically it's coconut, and you just scrunch it into your hair just so that way it softens up, and my hair just naturally falls this way. Like, it's not a styling gel. It's not like an actual tool that changes the form or shape of your hair. It just hydrates a little bit better. So my hair just naturally falls this way, and I just make do with what I have. And I think that really straight hair or really curly hair or any texture of hair is incredibly beautiful. So everyone just make do with what they have, because what they have is something that another person envies. So with that, I hope that you enjoyed this video, that you enjoyed my makeup routine, and yeah, I hope you have a good night's sleep.